Hi, everybody. Welcome to English Digest. I'm Tom.
Hi, I'm Stephanie.
And today we're going to continue talking about studying abroad. We're talking specifically about a study abroad website. This is a fictitious website, but there are similar websites out there that you can visit if you're interested in studying abroad. Now, last time we talked about some of the steps you need to take, and they were arranged in a convenient or handy flow chart.
Yeah. And once you are ready to pick your school, you already have decided on your major, and you look and see which school offers the best program for your major. And some schools specialize in different industries or fields, I should say, not industries. But they have some good ideas. Now, we're going to pretend today that our student has decided to attend a school in New Zealand. And so you're going to hear all about what you need to do if you want to study abroad in New Zealand. That's how this website helps students. They probably divide up, the countries into different areas, and then maybe even from there they go into the school differences. But here, we're going to pretend we're going to go to New Zealand, which would be wonderful. I actually had a Chinese friend, she really was from China, who went to New Zealand to get her PhD about 3 years ago, and she loves New Zealand. We're going to talk about what it takes to be a student there, what you need for immigration. But first, we want to teach you a phrase they use to say hello, how you doing. It's kind of chibalameo. It stands for a lot of things, but it's kia ora. So you might want to learn that if you decide to go to New Zealand, which is really a beautiful country. New Zealand immigration. Kia ora. Welcome to New Zealand. We're glad you've decided to pursue your studies here. We have numerous different student visas. See our chart below to find out which one is the most suitable for you. Exchange student visa. On this visa, you may study in New Zealand for up to 4 years as part of a school-to-school exchange program. Since you'll have domestic student status, you don't need to pay tuition fees. However, you'll need to apply for this visa from outside the country. Fee-paying student visa. This visa allows you to stay in New Zealand for up to 4 years, or the same length as your course of study. You'll need to pay your own school fees, but may work up to 20 hours per week. Your household members can also apply for visas based on their relationship to you. New Zealand Scholarship Visa. If you're offered a scholarship from New Zealand's Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade, you can apply for this 4-year visa that includes not only your course of study in your chosen school, but also tertiary and English language studies. Pathway Student Visa. This special visa lets you stay up to 5 years and complete 3 consecutive courses of study, such as an English course, foundation program, and degree course. The Pathway Visa lets you map out your study experience precisely and smoothly.
Okay, everybody, let's get to it. Let's discuss the contents of today's lesson. Now, it's all about beginning your study abroad plan, and now we're talking about New Zealand immigration. Okay, so maybe you've decided to pursue your studies in New Zealand. Of course, that's a country way down south. It's down under near Australia there. I'm sure lots of you are very familiar with New Zealand. I know a number of people from Taiwan who have gone there to study. They've immigrated there. And, of course, lots of Kiwis have come to work and live in Taiwan as well. So we begin with a greeting here. It says, Kia ora. Kia ora. I guess that's from their native language there, or from the Maori language.
It's a Maori word
kind of
or
a
phrase.
Greeting. I think it means health to you or something like that. And when I saw that, I thought, well, that sounds similar to the Hawaiian greeting of aloha, which is what you say when you greet people and when you say goodbye and stuff like that.
How you doing? Yeah.
Etc. So I'm thinking it's a very similar word here. So I suppose New Zealanders use this word when welcoming visitors to their country.
Sure. It says here, welcome to New Zealand. What we're looking at here is probably a portion of the website that really deals strictly with New Zealand and immigration issues. Now, you know that if you immigrate, you are a foreigner going into another country to live. It could be permanently or just temporarily. And you have to have some official paperwork and permission if you're trying to immigrate in New Zealand. So what do you need? We're going to find out what kind of visa or visas they offer. They offer quite a few different visas, as do most countries, actually. So immigration is the coming of people into a country, either to live or work there. And like I said, it could be temporary or it could be permanent. So in order to get that official authorization to go and live in a country, you'll need to get a particular visa from them first. Are there some countries that don't need visas? I think for any long-term stay, you need a visa for most countries. Although a lot of countries will allow just tourists to go for a couple weeks and, in and out and then leave.
I think you're allowed to come into Taiwan for 2 weeks, normally, if there isn't a curfew or a quarantine or something like that going on. When my brother and his daughter came to visit, I think they were able to stay here for 2 weeks without a visa.
But don't you have to go ahead and get that kind of visa at the airport?
I think they issue the visa at the airport.
Right.
Indeed, they don't just let you in and say, oh, you can leave whenever you want to. No, they can't do that. But in any case, there are different visa requirements in different countries for different people. So in any case here, welcome to New Zealand, and we're glad you decided to pursue your studies here. We have numerous different student visas, okay? So if you're going to study in another country, yes, you're going to need the proper visa, the proper permission to remain in the country to study. And there are different kinds. Maybe there are visas for short-term programs like a summer language study program or something like that, or maybe a full university scholarship or something like that. Yes, they have different student visas to offer you.
Let's look at the first one, guys. This is the exchange student visa. This is the type of exchange program where you're already a student in a school in your home country. And your home country school and a school in New Zealand have an arrangement where they'll exchange students. And so this one is actually something that's called a school-to-school exchange program. And you're going to have domestic student status if you are on this particular exchange program. You don't need to even pay tuition fees. This was the kind of program that Zhengda did with a couple of universities. And as long as the student paid their tuition to Zhengda, then they were able to go to what we call the sister school or the exchange school and not have to pay their tuition in addition to the tuition they paid here in Taiwan. That's what this particular exchange student visa is like.
Okay, so yes, you'll have domestic student status. Domestic means 国内, basically.
Yeah.
Like the domestic airport here in Taipei. And status just means your current condition, your legal status, your legal condition. So yes, you don't need to pay those tuition fees. Tuition is 学费, as you know. However, you'll need to apply for this visa from outside the country. So you'll need to know about it ahead of time, because once you get to New Zealand and want to apply for this visa, that won't be possible. You can only apply for that visa from other countries other than New Zealand. Okay, here's the next kind of visa, fee-paying student visa. Okay, this visa allows you to stay in New Zealand for up to 4 years or the same length as your course of study. Okay, so this visa sounds a little bit more flexible. It allows you to stay in New Zealand for up to 4 years. Not more than 4 years, up to 4 years. And then you either got to make other arrangements or you gotta leave. And also it's available for the same length of time as your course of study, which seldom go longer than 4 years. So there's a range of time here for this particular visa.
I think it would depend on the program you signed up for. If it's a culinary institute where you're studying to be a chef or a pastry chef, if that particular school, the course of that school is maybe, say, 18 months, that would be the length of your visa. So they match the study or the course of study to the visa. So this one, you're probably a pretty responsible person. You're going to pay for your own school fees. You don't have a scholarship. You're not a domestic student. You get there and you can actually work part-time. So you can work up to 20 hours per week. So this is a busy working student, you could say. And if you bring your family, maybe this is a mom or dad that has a child, your household members can also apply for visas based on their relationship to you. So if you go to New Zealand with your husband and a child, but you're the only one in school, say it's me, I'm going to culinary school, my husband can sign up for the same visa and so can my child, even though I'll be the one who's actually the student.
Indeed. And also notice here, your household members can also apply for visas based on their relationship to you. So household has to do with your family, okay? It doesn't have to do with the actual house or building itself, but all the members of your family, your parents, your brothers and sisters, maybe your uncles and aunts, etc. All the people in your household can also apply for those visas depending on how they're related to you. So maybe you could be siblings, but if you're like second cousins twice removed or something like that, that's probably not going to be close enough to apply for a visa as well. Probably direct family members.
Yeah, but with the household, it could be extended family, but you have to live in the same house. That would be like, say I have 2 kids and a husband. My household would be those 4 people. I might have an aunt who lives in another town. She's not in my household. Yeah.
Okay, that's a good point there. So yes, be aware of those particular meanings of those words when you apply for that fee-paying student visa. And we've got some other visas to talk about in just a couple of seconds here, but right now we're going to take a break and listen to our Chinese teacher.
Hi everyone, my name is Jenny. 我们今天继续来看第7单元。好，我们要谈出国留学，还有你出国留学有什么样的实用技巧呢？好，当然出国留学就表示你要办学生签证。这边说到的主管机关在纽西兰那边是它的 Immigration 移民署。好，我们看看到底要注意什么？下面这个图表里头就是告诉大家有不同的学生签证 Student Visas， 那哪一种是你适合你的签证？下面第一种他就说这叫做 Exchange Student Visa， 这是交换学生用的这种交换学生签证，所以他提到 On this visa，On this visa， 换句话说，你有这种签证，你可以在纽西兰待个4年念书，这其实是一种你可能是校际交换计划的一部分。校际交换 School to School Exchange Program。那因为如果你有这种签证，也就是你会有国内，也就是纽西兰他们跟其他人一样的国内学生身份，所以呢身为交换学生你是不需要付学费的。好，不过他最后提到你需要从国外来申请这个签证哦。Apply for， 我们常用这个片语 Apply for 当然是代表申请什么东西，像这边就是指 this visa 这个签证。好，这是第一种。那第二种呢？这边写到 fee-paying student visa。fee-paying， 顾名思义就是要付费的。 我们知道要付费的这种签证，这个签证它后面的说明就是没错 allows you to stay in New Zealand for up to 4 years， 跟前面一样，可以长达4年。好，那这边就说到了 up to 这个片语，其实在第一种签证里面也说，当你用到 up to， 通常后面就是加一个数字，表示一个量，那最高可以达多少的量？这边讲的是时间，最高最多就可以待4年之久。好，接下来继续解释。如果说你是这种签证的持有者，你记得这个签证是付费，所以你需要自己支付学费，而且你其实也可以工作哦。这边就告诉大家说，可以工作最多做多少？20个小时。这个片语再用一次 up to， 记得 up to 表示最高的一个量可以达多少。
We're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. Let's continue talking about the different kinds of visas available for studying abroad in New Zealand. Okay, so we talked about the exchange student visa, and we also talked about the fee-paying student visa. That is, if you're a student and you're paying your own tuition. Let's now talk about another kind of visa called the New Zealand Scholarship Visa. A scholarship, of course, is when somebody gives you money to study. This could be a scholarship based on your grades. It could be a scholarship based on some program. There are different kinds of scholarships.
There sure are. There are different organizations that offer scholarships as well. Maybe there are scholarships a government is offering. I know I got a scholarship for several years when I was going to Zhengda from your Ministry of Education, which is great. I had to have certain grades, and the professors had to recommend people. I didn't even know that it was available. One of the professors told me about it. I was like, really? Excellent. So there are scholarships from a government. There could be scholarships from the school itself. There could be a scholarship that was offered by, maybe it was a charitable organization trying to help people. Or maybe you got a scholarship because you won a certain competition. If you're an actor or even a performer, there are scholarships that you can win just by participating in different competitions. So check around. You'd be surprised at how many scholarships are out there. And some people don't even know about them. So do your homework, because if you get lucky and you get one of those scholarships, it can help a lot financially. Here it says if you're offered a scholarship from New Zealand's Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade, you can apply for this 4-year visa. Now, we use this particular term ministry here when we talk about the different groups in the government here in Taiwan. Not so much America. We don't use that particular term, but here we do. So the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade, of course, would be handling, the relationships with other countries. Trade is when you exchange products and goods with another country. Not for free, of course. You have to pay. But, you have to have really good diplomats who can handle these sorts of things. So look into that. They're the ones that offer this particular scholarship in New Zealand. Here in Taiwan, though, the ministry that offers scholarships for college students or university students would be the Ministry of Education.
Right, and of course, in the United States, we say department, like the Department of Defense, the Department of Justice,
right,
stuff like that. But here you use the word ministry, as do other countries that have parliaments and things like that. So, yeah, you've got the Ministry of Education.
Or prime ministers.
Right, and the prime ministers, the leader there, not the president, but you also have a prime minister. But again, the ministry is the department, and minister is the person who heads the department. So in this particular case, it's a visa offered by the New Zealand government, more specifically, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade. Now, you can apply for this 4-year visa, and it includes not only your course of study in your chosen school, but also tertiary and English language studies. So, yes, it will help you with your course of study at your chosen school, okay, but also it will help you with your English language studies. And here we've got the word tertiary. I hope I said that right, but
you did.
Tertiary is kind of like supplemental, right?
Yeah, it's not your main program. It's something that ranks a little lower. And to be absolutely correct, it's actually the third on a list of things. So it's not the second most important thing. So you've got your major, that's number 1. Your minor is number 2. Tertiary would be things that you're interested in that rank even lower than your minor. Not everybody gets a minor as they're in university. What did I minor? I minored in music when I got my first 4-year degree in my college. I majored in broadcast news, and then my minor was music. Everyone thought it was the reverse. They thought I was majoring in music because that's all I did was sing. But yeah, your tertiary interests are things that you're probably not going to get a job in necessarily, and it's not your major focus of your time in school, but you enjoy it in English language studies. Might be someone's tertiary pursuit, something that they really are interested in, but they're not majoring in English.
I'm wondering if those are just, or if that is simply talking about your electives, okay? When I went to university, of course, you had to take courses for your major and for your minor, but then sometimes, you know, you had some extra time in your schedule, and heck, you're at the university and there are all these different kinds of courses.
Great stuff.
On offer. Why not take a course in something that you want to learn about? Like I was, of course, studying communication studies for broadcasting, you know, but hey, I wanted to learn more about astronomy, so I took an astronomy course. I had already fulfilled my requirements in the sciences. But
that makes sense, because you love that stuff.
Yeah, I wanted to take an astronomy class, and I did it. And you should do that too. These things actually look good on your resume. It shows that you're interested in other things, and a company will say, hey, you know a lot about different things, and we could use a person like you to come up with some new ideas for products and services or whatever. So yeah, tertiary or elective courses, at least for this particular visa, are handled. So hey, that's very nice of the New Zealand government there. So we've got 3 visas out of the way for today. Now let's talk about the next one, which is the Pathway Student Visa.
Yeah, this is a really special visa, and it lets you stay up to 5 years and complete 3 consecutive courses of study. If something's consecutive, it follows right after something before it and after it, consecutive. There can't be a break in your study. You have to keep studying for 3 different, it could be 3 different semesters. Those would be 3 consecutive courses. It could be an English course, which means if you had this visa, you couldn't take one course and then drop out for maybe a semester and go play and then come back. If you aren't going to school for 3 consecutive courses, then your visa would no longer be legitimate or valid, as we say. It would be invalid. So you have to make sure you follow the visa's requirements. Whatever visa you get, guys, make sure you know the requirements and stick to them. If you don't, you can be deported.
Right, so you need to be aware of the requirements for this visa, and you need to have those 3 consecutive courses of study. And we've got some examples here. It could include an English course. So take that English course, and then you have another course after that. It's a consecutive course. The next one would be a foundation program, which would be basic knowledge about a particular field of study or something. That's what foundation means. depends.
Maybe you're going to study to be a doctor, but you're not ready yet.
Maybe it's like pre-med or something like that.
Yeah, pre-med courses. Yeah, you'd have to take that first.
Okay, that makes sense. And then later on, you would need to apply to medical school. And then also the degree course. So I guess this is for your actual degree here, whether you're going for a bachelor's degree or a Bachelor of Science degree, Bachelor of Arts, or whatever, your master's degree. That would be your degree course. But again, it's important to keep these things consecutive. Otherwise, they'll probably revoke your visa.
They could, yeah. So the pathway visa lets you map out your study experience precisely and smoothly. Anytime you map something out, guys, you sit down and you write out your game plan. You know exactly what you're going to do, the steps you're going to take. You're going to map it out. And it's nice to see kind of what you're going to do in front of you visually. It's not just in your mind. You're not making things up as you go along. You have a real route, a path that you've actually sat down and either typed it up or maybe sketched out what you want to do. You want to map something out. If you do something precisely, you do something with very little error. If it's precise, it's very exact. Right? So people who are precise probably should go into accounting or math, where even a little mistake or a little error can change everything. Or even, I would say, engineering. You would want to be very precise if you're going to be building bridges. I was watching a video the other day, and a bridge just fell down halfway through the building of it because they hadn't been precise. So, yeah, if you're precise, you're very exact. You don't say, oh, it's about or 左右. You would never use those kind of phrases. Everything is very precise, exact. You don't mess around. If you are a pastry chef, you have to be very precise because science demands that you use exact measurements. But if you're a chef who doesn't cook pastries very often, you're not a dessert chef, you can kind of add a little of this and a little of that, and you'll be fine. And you want things to go smoothly and precisely. That's why you would map out a game plan.
That's why you would do it. So hopefully we've provided you with some ample information here, and we wish you the best of luck with your future studies abroad. From all of us here at English Digest, we'll say goodbye in just a couple of seconds, but first, we need to hear from our Chinese teacher.
好，我们继续来看这一篇文章，要谈出国留学有一些应该注意的，尤其是谈签证的部分。好，说到纽西兰这边的签证，学生签证部分有4个不同的这种签证。那现在我们看的是第3种，第3种的签证呢叫做 scholarship visa。scholarship 当然指奖学金。换句话说，你有的纽西兰这个他们给的奖学金，这边提到了一个机构，他说是 Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade， 这就是纽西兰的外交和贸易部的，他们给的奖学金。从这个机构给的奖学金，那么你一样的可以签这个签证，然后一样有4年之久。好，那我们继续来看下面。最后一种，这个第4种呢，它是叫做 Pathway Student Visa， 这个叫做通路学生签证。这个签证是比较不一样一点。他说到这种比较特别的签证呢，它可以让你再待在纽西兰到5年之久，前面都说是4年，所以这个下面说它的特殊之处就是up to 5 years。好，还有他说让你可以完成3门连续的学程。好，这里有个单字 consecutive 就是连续性的。好，我们常用这个字来讲学制上面或者是你时间上3个连续的段落。那这边提到这可是3门哦。接下来他就告诉你有什么例子，比如说像英语课程、基础课程、学位课程，这就是3个连续的课程。好了，他说到这个 Pathway Student Visa， 当然可以让你很准确而且顺利的规划你的学习历程。好，规划谈到这个片语 map out， 大家只要想到 map 这个当动词是代表好像画地图一样，其实就是规划的这个定义。OK， 我们今天的讲解就到这边结束，谢谢您，我们下次见。
That's it for today, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us, and please join us again next time. And again, we wish you the best of luck when you study abroad. From all of us here at English Digest, I'm Tom.
I'm Stephanie.
Goodbye.
See ya.